Hey guys, HDV here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got a ton of new stuff to go over. Multiple new events have been revealed for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. New patents have been dropped by Nintendo as well. And we also have some rumors to go over regarding Generation 5 remakes. A lot of things to break down today. So if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below. It's trying to 500 likes, really helps out. Leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, let's take a look at the new events that have been announced for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. It is a new Shiny Mass Outbreak event, and it goes live on the 7th of February through to the 9th of February, which is, of course, this weekend. We've got Cerebi here tweeting out saying, Cerebi update, the next Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Mass Outbreak event has been announced. It focuses on Fletchling, Starly, and Pikipek, and it runs from, as I said, the 7th of Feb to the 9th of Feb. Again, these are Shiny boosted as well, so very, very nice if you do need a Shiny Fletchling or anything from that evolution line, anything from the Starly line or anything from the Pikipek line. Now is the time to do it because the Shiny Mass Outbreak events are just stupid. Like, not bad, but just stupid in how good the Shiny odds are. You can literally walk past an Outbreak and there's a good chance there's just going to be a Shiny just chilling anyway. But anyway, that's the Scarlet and Violet Mass Outbreak event. We also have a new mystery gift that's been revealed as well. This is a Flying Tera type Eevee distribution. Got Cerebi here tweeting out saying, Cerebi update, a special distribution of a Flying Tera type Eevee is to run in stores in the US, Canada, and Australia from February the 7th through to February the 27th, 2025. Now, I don't want to start like crazy speculation and stuff, but it's just a little bit interesting that we were going to get a flying type Eevee at one point. You know, it was supposed to be in Generation 7. If you're not familiar with that story, the Terra Leak provided the information that we were actually going to get a flying Eeveelution in Generation 7 in Alola, which of course was the generation after the Sylveon, which debuted in Generation 6. And this also finishes on Pokemon Day. I don't know. Look, I would love a new Eeveelution. I don't think this is a hint towards it. It's just a little bit interesting that it does finish on the 27th, which is Pokemon Day, and we're going to get the next ZA news on Pokemon Day, and we were going to get a flying type Eeveelution. I just think it's a little bit interesting. You might want to call it a coincidence, whatever. I'm not saying that there is going to be a new flying Eeveelution. I think it is probably just a coincidence, but just a little bit interesting. Food for thought, definitely. But either way, that's the flying Eeveelution, the flying Tera type Eeveelution mystery gift. Again, this is only available in the US, Canada, and Australia in stores from the 7th of Feb to the 27th. Moving on, we also have the new Pokemon Pocket TCG event that's gone live today as well. It is the Cresselia EX drop event. Cerebi here tweeting out saying the Pokemon TCG Pocket Cresselia EX drop event is now live, adding 5 new promo cards into the game. Of course, shameless plug, go check out the Pocket channel in the description down below. I'll shut up about that now though, I feel like I've spoken about it enough. But hey, if you want to see some extra Pocket stuff, it's in the description down below. Anyway, let's move on. Let's see what the cards are and the missions and everything. So you can get the Turtwig promo, you can get the Electivire promo, you can get the Cresselia EX promo, the Mischievous promo, and then also the Skarmory promo as well. The Cresselia deck contains some of these cards. Again, it depends on what difficulty you do it on. I always advise to do it on Expert just because you're guaranteed a pack. Whereas I think if it's like beginner, it's like 50%, intermediate's like 65 or something, and then hard's like 80. And then obviously Expert is 100%. So do the Expert one. It doesn't cost you any energy if you lose the battle. So you can literally just pop it on auto whilst you're doing something and then just let it beat Expert constantly, and then obviously just get the packs and stuff for free. That's what I do anyway. And then also there are battle tasks as well to do for all these different missions. But you do get some pack hourglasses from beating these rewards for the first time. You get some XP, shop tickets, shine dust, and pack hourglasses, and of course you do get the promo pack chance as well. So these are all the different decks on your screen right now. Like I say, gets progressively harder as you kind of go through the different decks and stuff, but again, pack hourglasses and stuff to grab, really useful. I think it's a couple of packs that you can grab, and then obviously you've got the Miss Magius EX and the Cresselia EX as the Expert battle. But like I say, just pop it on auto. So all you got to do makes life incredibly easy when you don't have to play it, and you don't get punished for losing, so it's great. Anyway, that's the Pocket event. Next up, we have a new patent that has been filed as well by Nintendo, could be for the Switch 2. We have Game Rant here tweeting out saying a new patent filing from Nintendo could reveal a Switch 2 Joy-Con feature that allows the controllers to predict a player's next move, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. But again, this is a general patent that's been confirmed. We just don't know if it is for this Joy-Con feature or whatever. But either way, let's read on. So this was posted on Game Rant, saying the Joy-Con controllers used by Nintendo's upcoming Nintendo Switch 2 console could have technology in them that predicts a player's next move. So the information comes from a Nintendo patent filing published on January the 23rd, so pretty recently, referring to potential tech that could be incorporated into the Nintendo Switch 2 interface. So, the Nintendo Switch has had a good run, launched more than 7 years ago. Nintendo's hybrid handheld/desktop game machine is the leading console of the current generation. In fact, the Switch recently became the best-selling console of all time in the US, surpassing the PlayStation 2's lifetime sales numbers. Now, Nintendo is getting ready to pass the torch to a new generation of hardware aptly named the Nintendo Switch 2. After months of leaks and rumors, the company officially unveiled the Switch 2 with a brief trailer. More questions about the console's capabilities remain though, which might be answered in an upcoming Nintendo Direct set for April the 2nd. So some of those questions will undoubtedly be concerned with the console's controllers, which seem to be packing a number of new features, including Joy-Con features originally intended for the first Nintendo Switch, like magnetic attachment. One such feature could be a system to predict future player inputs. A patent application filed by Nintendo in August 2024 and published on the 23rd of January details a system that tracks the position and direction of the player's finger when near buttons, with the potential to predict the player's next input, which I don't even know how that would work. Like, I understand it being incredibly smart, but would it not just... What if it, like, accidentally presses the button for you and then you, like, lose or something? I don't really know how... I don't know if it's going to be beneficial or not, but it says Nintendo patent system to track and predict player input. So according to the patent application, which features little more than a system flowchart detailing the logic of the mechanism, Nintendo describes a system that tracks the player's finger as it contacts buttons on a controller. When the player's finger moves to press other buttons in sequence, the system can then automatically perform future inputs based on the order of the buttons the player contacted or pressed. In other words, the system, as described, can record the movement patterns of players' fingers on the controller, then perform the actions based on predicting their next input. This could smooth out operations for certain things like menu selections or even in-game actions like attack sequences. But I think something like this for like Smash would be really bad because you're always going to be pressing different buttons for Smash. It's hard to predict like what you're going to do next because obviously there's all the different matchups and everything. So for like, I'm assuming you can turn this off because I don't really, when I'm playing Smash Ultimate, I don't want this to be a thing. Predictive systems have been at work in games for years, and similar attempts to use game logic to guess a player's input underpin systems like rollback netcode in fighting games. So it should be noted that a patent application is merely an attempt to patent an idea or mechanism, and not an indicator that the technology has been built or even deployed. There have been a few things over the years that have kind of come to fruition from patents, and also things that haven't happened. Like, just because there's a patent doesn't mean it's going to happen. I'd say that seeing a patent is stronger than like a rumor and stuff because it's actual evidence of something, but whether that obviously comes to light or not is still yet to see. Like, obviously we've got the Legends EA patents and stuff that all got filed that we're talking about. I think the catching mechanic being similar to Legends Arceus. I think rideable Pokemon was also one of the patents as well. And again, it's not confirmed, it's likely to be in because they filed those patents for a game that they're working on that is a Legends game, and it is obviously going to be similar to Legends Arceus in certain aspects. So you can kind of guesstimate that that's going to be correct. But with things like this, it's hard to say because they could always go back on something, but they'll just have to file the patent anyway. And then it says, thus, absent confirmation from Nintendo itself, none can say whether the system patented is in the Switch 2, the original Switch, or any actual hardware Nintendo has ever made. That said, patent applications do reveal what Nintendo's engineers and designers are at least thinking about, such as how newspapers might work in a future Animal Crossing game. Whether or not these systems do make it into actual products is a different matter. So yeah, I think that was also something that's been revealed. We'll actually quickly go over the Animal Crossing painting, because I know a lot of people do enjoy Animal Crossing as well, myself included. Incredible game. But yeah, basically there's been another patent for that game as well. So a recent Nintendo patent may hit at a new feature in the works for the next Animal Crossing game. So Animal Crossing is one of Nintendo's most popular franchises, yada yada yada. At the time of writing, a new Animal Crossing game has not been announced by Nintendo. In fact, Nintendo has largely kept quiet about its plans for the Switch 2's games, so far only confirming the existence of a new Mario Kart for the system. And then they go on to say, Nintendo has filed a patent that describes a newspaper that's generated based on events that happen in a game, with the example photo in the patent very obviously referring to Animal Crossing. So the patent shows an island newspaper with headlines informing players of an upcoming Halloween celebration and recapping various events that took place over the past couple of in-game weeks. Events described include shooting stars appearing in the night sky, insects being caught, a DIY build being completed, and the museum being built, and more. So this is the patent here, so as you can see, it's clearly Animal Crossing. And yeah, it'd be a cool little kind of thing. Maybe you get the newspaper every morning and it shows you what's been happening, like certain villagers maybe are leaving or certain villagers are kind of entering the town, and then also things that are being built, yada yada yada. The example shown in the patent seems to be based specifically on Animal Crossing New Horizons, but it was first filed in 2024 and now just published in 2025. It's entirely possible that this is a feature that Nintendo plans on using for the new Animal Crossing game that is inevitably in development for the Nintendo Switch 2, but there's also a chance that the patent won't ever be used. It's also possible that this patent will be featured in a completely unrelated game, and Animal Crossing is simply being used as an example. Companies file patents all the time, yada yada yada. So yeah, we don't know for sure, but it's quite interesting that this has obviously popped up. I mean, you'd like to think they're going to be working on an Animal Crossing game. It always sells so well for Nintendo, and it's just a very widely loved game. Like, everybody loves Animal Crossing. So for them to not work on another one would be kind of pointless. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, newspapers might be coming to the game if it does actually get made. So that's that. That's all the patent stuff. And then finishing things off for today's video, we have a new rumor to go over. This popped up a while ago. At the start of January, only just getting round to it now, but it was posted on 4chan by Anonymous, and it's about Generation 5 remakes. I'm already kind of very sus about it, just simply because the image they used is the one where Riddler-Ku was talking about another game being in development for 2026. Again, Riddler-Ku has been ridiculously wrong over everything to do with Legends EA so far. I'm still kind of waiting for them to say something, because they kind of need to acknowledge the fact that they've said we were going to get news in January, I think like 3 or 4 times. We didn't get anything, and now they're just suddenly very, very quiet. I just kind of want them to come out and be like, all they need to do is be like, look, we got it wrong. My source was wrong. I apologize or whatever, but they're not going to do that. But either way, this is kind of, the fact that they've used the image, I feel like it's fake, but either way, it says Pokemon Scarlet Black and Pokemon Violet White. So already not a name that I would choose, because we've just had Scarlet and Violet. It's developed by Bandai Namco and Ilka, and it's after ZA, but it's before Generation 10. So the thing is, because Pokemon Day is this month, we could get something announced this month to go alongside with Legends EA. The only reason why we don't think anything was going to get announced was just because Riddler-Ku said so. But Riddler-Ku doesn't know anything now. So it kind of, everything he said just doesn't really matter anymore, because he's just been wrong about everything. So now it's all back on the table. They could easily announce a game as well as that Legends EA trailer. And whether that comes out 2026, 2025, who knows? But I'd say it's, you know, the hat is back in the ring, basically. It's a pseudo-sequel to Scarlet and Violet in a similar graphical style, where the protagonist and their friends go to an open-world Unova. It's not a Legends game. And then they say, feel free to ask any questions you may have. So a very, very small rumor, like I say. There are connections to Unova in Scarlet and Violet with the Blueberry Academy. So that's the only sort of relevance I see. But I would not like it to be a Generation 9 sort of continuation game for Black and White remakes. Black and White remakes need to be its own thing. So yeah, I'm saying this is fake, but let me know your thoughts on it. Also, let me know your thoughts on everything else that we covered. Animal Crossing patent, the Nintendo Switch 2 controller patent, and then also all the events that have also been revealed today and over the last few days as well. But either way, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a like. Let's try and hit 500. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.